Walking up the now slightly more familiar corridor of the girls' dormitories, I can hear the faint sound of laughter coming from up ahead. It doesn't take long to identify the source as Lily's room, though. The deep timbre of the female voice unmistakably belongs not to her, but to her sister. I wrap my knuckles on the door with the usual 3 light taps, my hand barely retreating as the door swings open. Hey, Hisayo. Hey, hello, Lily. Hey, hello, Lily, Hanako. I thought he was gonna say hi to Akira, so that's why I was... Oh, they're in their pajamas again. Hanako looks up tentatively, her hands buried in her oversized pink nightgown. From her side, Lily turns sideways towards the direction of my voice and smiles. It would be a flagrant lie to say I dislike the sight of her in those pajamas. Oh, I mean, yeah, of course. I catch Akira giving me a sidelong look with a knowing grin, to which I reply with a sharp glare. She takes the hint, shrugs and walks back to the low table in the center of the room. As I go to join her, Lily gives me a nod of greeting and starts pouring me a cup of tea. It's nice to see you again, Hanako. You've been getting around recently. Lily wears a look of concentration as the light brown liquid, carefully measured by her finger as always, flows from the teapot into the cup. It seems Hanako has taken up helping one of the people in your class with the newspaper club, Naomi, I think. Hanako gives an affirmative nod. Even after spending about 2 months in the class, I still have trouble remembering the names of those students I rarely talk with. It takes me a few mental contortions to connect the name with a face, but I eventually remember the girl that sits beside Hanako at the back of the class. Naomi in now, a fairly average-looking girl, except for her bleached blonde hair. Given her upbeat and straightforward personality, Naomi may have seen an opening to pouch Hanako for her club when she inquired about joining one. Either way, it's nice to see Hanako broadening her horizons. When I first met her, the idea of her joining a club with anyone but Lily would have seemed utterly laughable. Okay. Sorry, it's not responding. Alright. That explains how busy you've been enjoying it? It's really interesting. As always, Hanako's far from being talkative. Some things never change, and it seems that Hanako's personality is one of them. She'll likely always be one to shy away from being overly social. Warned by the sound of crockery against the table as Lily gently places my drink in front of me, I thank her and take a long sip. Hanako and Lily are attending to their own, and Akira is quaffing a mug of strong-smelling black coffee. You're a lucky bastard, Hisayo. Oh, does he know? Huh? I can't help grimacing at her teasing smile, still visible around the edges of the mug pressed to her lips. Seeing my sister in her pajamas, there's a lot of men out there who'd like to be where you are. Oh, very true, but this guy's gone farther than that, that's for sure. I've seen a lot more than that of her, not that I admit it. Akira! Hey, I'm just teasing. Imagine he says, no, it's okay, I've seen more. Huge awkwardness coming out. She leans over to me as much as she can, whispering with a slight grin written on her face. And Hanako too, you perv. Okay. Oh my god, look at her face. Hey, it was her idea. Oh my god, it's so funny. We both look over to her, her face turned to the ground and her hands fidgeting in the lap of her nightgown. If it's Hisayo, I don't mind. This could be bad. I know Hanako's altogether too innocent to bother reading too much into such a thing, but the expression Akira directs at me is positively stormy. Akira, please. It seems Lily can sense Akira's sudden change in aura just as well as I, even without seeing it for herself. Akira slowly looks away from me, like an attacked dog leashed by its owner in the nick of time. I breathe a sigh of relief. I can't think of a more appropriate time to try and change topics than around now. If you don't mind me asking, Akira, what do you do for a living? I've never seen you out of that suit. Thinking about what to do with yourself after school's over, eh? I'm a lawyer for the most part. I work in the legal department of the Japanese branch of our family's company. Oh, nice. Yeah, my cousin's also a lawyer. The one from Scotland. You know, he's very smart. So, yeah. The most boring possible answer, I suppose. Law is a pretty dry topic to most people. Kinda. Oi, you're not supposed to agree. Lily gives an amused giggle while holding her teacup and saucer, Hanako quickly joining her. This friendly atmosphere between everyone is something I'd miss while Lily and Akira were on the trip. While the dealings I had with Hanako didn't help, I think just not having Lily around changed the mood. It's nice to be back. I missed you, Hisaya, and you too, Hanako. Same goes for the both of us. I'm guessing your classmates were happy to see you back. In a manner of speaking, yes. Akira's amused snort shows she's well aware of Lily's attitude towards such figures of speech. I imagine she'd have to be, given how long they've been together. Did you have fun in Scotland? For a moment, I wonder why she's asking it, having been quite a while since they came back. But then I remember everything that happened. We've simply not had time to look back with the exams in our Hokkaido trip. Lily's face goes distant for a moment, and the fact that Akira's reaction to look over to her sister doesn't escape me. Nonetheless, she quickly recollects herself. It was nice. We hadn't met our family in such a long time, so it was a wonderful reunion. Yeah, I guess that's right. Their house being beachside was the best part, though. From her dismissive tone, I get the feeling Akira doesn't like their family as much as Lily does. You only like that because you finally had time to play around. Just cause I'm the better swimmer. I don't take after the athletic side of the family, that's all. Excuse me. Well, you can take heart in the fact that you got the height genes at least. And the bus genes, oh god. That's not really the right kind of thing to say around others. Though Lily pretends to scold Akira, she does so with an unmistakable, slightly cheeky grin on her face. I doubt Akira really minds that, judging from her nonchalant expression. Well, I don't either. Hanako is looking down and blushing furiously beside me. The sisters' antics aside, their parents really do lead a bourgeoisie lifestyle. It seems utterly divorced from the life that Lily and Akira have lived until now. I suppose practicality must have made the decision for them. To have come from such a wealthy and well-connected lineage only adds to the almost noble air Lily seems to have, though it's a small wonder none of it seems to have rubbed off onto Akira. They really are as little alike as siblings could be. Their only similarity seems to be their shared confidence, which can be both endearing and a headache at times. Most of the night continues much the same, with Hanako eventually leaving the Satao sisters and me to ourselves as she heads back to her dorm room for a rest. For a while, only the barely audible sound from Lily's teacup and saucer can occasionally be heard as she slowly drinks. The silence is strained as Lily and I wait for the elephant in the room to be addressed. So, Lily dutifully puts her cup down, giving her sister her undivided attention. With Lily and me on one side of the low table and Akira at the other, this almost feels like a judge passing down a verdict. I hear that you two are going out now. Oh, I'm pretty sure Misha is the one that told her. Or probably she just got the gist of it. I glanced sideways at Lily to confirm her as the source of Akira's knowledge. Oh, okay, she told her. Akira's knowledge. She gives a gentle nod to Akira, which I mirror in affirmation. Deciding that this is the proper time and place to do so, and Akira being the closest figure to a parent Lily's had for much of her life, I bowed deeply with my hands on the floor before me and my head very, very nearly the same. I'll take good care of your sister, Akira, I promise. I promise you. See, he's a lovely young gentleman. She must have heard my voice coming from a lower position than usual. I slowly bring myself back up, my eyes tentatively looking to Akira from under my brow. To tell the truth, I very much doubt my suited judge will raise any objections. She's very definitely the type to make her disapproval with others well known, something that lends her a measure of respect in my eyes. The old-fashioned kind, huh? Well, he's the kind of person I guessed you'd go for. I don't have a problem with it, and I wish you two the best. Even if I didn't like it, I couldn't really do anything anyway. I offer a nod of appreciation to her as Lily gives a small sigh of relief, likely more out of duty than an actual belief Akira might have had any problems with us being together. I do wonder though, how's the rest of the family taking it, particularly the part residing at Yamaku? Have you told her? Smiles turn to grimaces as Akira grins downright evilly. Those closest know how to twist the knife best after all. Putting up with it may be the best term for the situation, don't you agree, Hisayo? Yeah, that sounds about right. At least she's being reasonable about it. Good to hear. That girl can be a handful at the best of times. We sent a few messages back and forth during and just after the trip, and she was already busting my chops for seeing my boyfriend when we came back after leaving Hideaki for so long. She really does care for the little guy. I cast my mind back to Shizune's odd reaction after telling her about our relationship, but decide not to bring it up. It's no doubt simply born of their mutual antipathy, and Akira's comments only back that up. Well then, that's settled. Gotta get to work early tomorrow, so I'd better be off. She rises from the table with a grunt, her hand on her knee to push herself up. I just notice Akira's eyes lingering on Lily for a couple of seconds before turning away as she begins to take her leave. After she walks out the door, she stops and looks up thoughtfully before turning to us one last time. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to tell you. Okay. Oh my god! Oh no! Oh, damn it. Oh my god, I can't believe it. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus Christ. They didn't use protection. I called it. I fucking called it, guys. Use protection every time. We didn't use protection. Wait. I'm sorry, thought there might be a train coming. I don't think so, but I don't know. I gag violently on the tea in my mouth. Contrary to my own beliefs, composure holds perfectly as she seems entirely unfazed. I'm kind of impressed. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, there is a train. So yeah, I'm gonna pause it right here. Alright, sorry about that. This comes by, the train comes by randomly, by the way. Like, there is no schedule for it, so I deeply apologize. Yeah, like, nothing I could do about it, so I apologize. Anyway. Okay, I gag violently on the tea in my mouth. Contrary to my own, Lily's composure holds perfectly as she seems entirely unfazed. I'm kind of impressed. Man, after all that, she's actually relatively calm. Wow. We are, don't worry. No, she didn't. Atta girl, see us. Oh my god. And with that, she turns and strides away, a hand held high as she disappears into the darkened hallway, closing the door behind her. The most reaction I can muster is flopping forwards onto the table, completely drained of energy and truly exhausted by her. Lily's ability to hold her own against that suited devil is something I admire. She really is incredibly blunt. I don't think I'll ever be able to keep up with your sister's energy. As I feel Lily's soft hand come to rest on my own, I roll my head to the side to see her gently smiling. For a long time we simply sit beside each other silently. Given her unquestionably unusual height, she is pretty much exactly as tall as I am, probably a couple of centimeters higher if anything. Like this, she appears even taller. The feeling of her pale, soft hand against mine is a pleasant one, as is the sight of the thin silken pajamas she wears, showing her curves and collarbone. You do get on well though, even if you do say that. I guess, you know you two are a lot more alike than I first thought you were, when I met you. Then it's a good thing I quickly stopped you from going after her, isn't it? Though she jokes about it, my assessment of my inability to keep up with Akira, either physically or mentally, was quite in earnest. Oh wait, I also just realized that I forgot if Hisayo has his own room, then of course Lily would have her own room as well, and including Hanako, because before that I was like, I don't think it's possible, because at first I thought Hanako and Lily were roommates, but I don't think so. I think they have their own room, because if Hisayo has his own room, then I'm pretty sure she has her own room, which means it is kind of possible to do it. I don't know, but we'll see. Either physically or mentally was quite in earnest. Lily's slow-paced and ladylike, almost motherly, nature is perhaps the single thing that helped me most in my first weeks at Yamaku. Come to think of it. Wait, since when were we using protection? Oh my god. Oh shit! I forgot. She didn't see, like, him use protection. I keep on forgetting she's blind. I'm so sorry. Fuck. Cause she's like the only girl where everything about her is normal physically, but it's just her eyes, like, she can't see anything, but it's not like her eyes are that abnormal, if you know what I'm saying. They're just very hazy blue, I would say. So, oh, damn. This is gonna set for problems, isn't it? Oh god! Fuck! Oh god! Oh my god! How is this gonna turn out? Oh my god! As I give a curious look to my side, Lily's cheeks puff out as she huffs at me. Unlike you, I remembered the packet is in the cupboard next to the sink. Oh, okay, but did he use it? I don't think so. So I'm not the only one of us that takes a pill. In hindsight, I feel rather thoughtless for not remembering it all and leaving it to Lily. Wait, so she takes. Well, let me read that thing again. That text again. I'm sorry. I just. Oh shit. Oh yeah, text history. Yeah, I forgot. I thought I would have to press a button, so I apologize. Let me read this again. Unlike you, I remembered the packet is in the cupboard next to the sink. As I give. Okay, but is that like she took birth control, or did she put the condom on him? I don't think so, but hold on. Okay, yeah, let me return. All right, so let's just keep on going. I'm sorry, I just want to go back to it, you know. We're not remembering all, leaving it to Lily. Looking over to the cupboard, she mentions, I notice again the knee-high piles of books around us that were here the other times I'd visited. For the most part, they're lined up against the wall to give a little more room around the table. Why don't you get a bookshelf for your books? It's odd to see books just piled around, especially given that your room looks so neat and orderly otherwise. They're easier to find this way. I know exactly which pile each book is in. Wouldn't you still know that after putting each set on a different shelf? That may be, but... So she's not immune to bouts of laziness after all. You have so many of them, it's kind of a shame we can't share our book sets despite both of us reading so much. She gives a short giggle. Excuse me. Come to think of it, why do you order your books through Yuko? I imagine there'd be plenty of sites that you could order books in Braille from especially in English Braille. There are a lot of text-to-speech programs too. She turns her head slightly away from me, which strikes me as somewhat surprising. I'm just not all that good with computers. I'm alright with typewriters and braillers, but that's about it. Her turn almost makes me chuckle. She's a prideful person, so admitting something like that must be difficult. Okay, I'm actually now realizing that even though she probably didn't use a condom, I think she was on birth control, so okay, that probably makes sense, but you know, so yeah. Alright, so no problems here. It'd be fun. I mean, I don't know if it would be funny really, but you know, it's like, it's obvious, right? Whatever. I've never been in a situation, obviously, like this, so I'm not one to talk. So Lily's the low-tech kind of person. Given her old-fashioned personality, it's not really a stunning surprise. I wouldn't worry about it. A lot of people aren't really that good with them, so it's not that unusual. That unusual? Now she's even more depressed. It feels like I'm twisting the knife rather than healing her wounds. Uh-oh. With a bit of squirming, I shuffle my way closer to her, tentatively putting one hand around her waist to hug her. I'm still not really used to this kind of physical affection, but Lily seems to like it. Aww. Lily smiles as she turns to face me, a kiss being the reward for giving into her. She draws me in, brushing my upper lip with hers before pressing against both. This way, every one of my senses is filled with her. Oh yeah, I just realized, I said before I wanted to see a picture of both of them kissing. Well, now I've got it. I think this is the only one that shows in the censored version. They entirely skipped the previous part, and this is what you would see. Okay, yeah, I guess that's actually reasonable. But it's also nice that there's 2 sex scenes and there's this, so that's nice. Senses filled with her. The barely perceptible scent of her hair, her taste as her tongue fleetingly touches mine, the tenderness of her lips, the image of her filling my mind, the total silence apart from her faint breath. We may have kissed before, but even if this is more a kiss of simple affection than anything, it's still a new and pleasant sensation. Judging from her vivid blush as she pulls back, it's obvious she feels the same as I do. Even if we're entirely alone, it still feels a little embarrassing to open up to each other this much. If we take everything day by day, I think that would be for the best. Small steps, right? Small steps, right? Yeah, just small steps. We have plenty of time to be together, even after the school year is over. As long as we move together, I think everything will work out okay. Neither of us is going anywhere soon after all. For now, I'm just thankful for this small moment in time we can spend together. All right. I know it's the train just passed through, so this, like, you know, obviously would take some time out, but honestly, I think I'm satisfied with where it's left off. From so far, like, nothing's big has happened, and also that's why I want to stop here, because I'm afraid that maybe something important might happen, whether there be another sex scene or something, so I don't know. So honestly, I'm just going to call it off here. So yeah, I mean, that was really funny, I have to admit. And great, actually, there's also a kissing, you know, like, how do you say, a kissing screenshot, so that's nice. So, yeah, anyway, we'll create new save state. Progress successfully saved. I wonder how many save states I can make. I don't know. I'm gonna, though, erase some after I'm done with the Lily route, so yeah. I'll be soon doing that. Sure you want to return? Yes. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.